Aloha, I'm Cheryl D'Angelo, publisher and editor of Real Word Magazine,
And I'm Chef Fred D'Angelo, co-publisher of Real Word Magazine. Welcome to our home.
which is also Real Word headquarters. Come inside and meet our creative team.
We can change and have compassion for what the world is going through. If we let the real word come to you, yeah. Let the real word come to you in these real life situations. You wanna know the truth of the real word.
The main thing that we need to discuss in this meeting, we really need to decide on 2 stories that really has affected us.
This weekend, I actually went up and hiked Coco Head. And while I was doing that, I couldn't stop thinking of Nicholas.
Yeah, ever since meeting Nicholas, yeah, just unreal. His story.
It's scary enough just going up those stairs. Can you imagine the fear that he had when he was pushed over?
And I think Nicholas really showcases what this whole process is about, because this tragic thing happened to him. You know, he's been healing, he's been recovering, and he wrote the story in his own words. It's almost like taking a piece from someone's journal, ripping it out, and printing it in the magazine. That's how real it is. I think Nicholas Iwamoto would be a great story for us to feature. What other stories were
I
good?
like Rita. It's just rendered still. Like Rita Curry and breast cancer.
Okay,
The
survivors of breast cancer.
We could show the images though.
I was talking to someone and they told me about this girl named Yoza.
They're showing me on YouTube a clip of her singing, and it was just like so crazy just listening to her.
She has a different voice. She's so different from the typical artist that comes out of Hawaii.
This girl's a star.
She really would inspire young people. Okay, perfect. Yoza.
What a funny space I'm in.
I should be dead right now. I'm going to tell you that with all honesty in my heart. I should not be here right now.
Is it crazy situation? What I can't get is a smile on my face.
I grew up in Kapuhulu, up in town. I am a quarter Maya Indian, a quarter Hispanic, and half Okinawan. I can't even remember when I started singing. I always would hear my mom sing when I was younger. She would sing, C and K, and she would sing Latin music and Hispanic ballads and stuff here and there. But through her, I got to learn how to harmonize.
Thinking love, but you're just a sideshow.
Yoza began her musical career with a very different voice. A voice that she eventually lost because of a detour into substance abuse.
I would sing the falsetto, Hawaiian falsetto, and then I eventually lost that falsetto. I always had trouble being who I want to be, and so I always try to change myself. And the way that I try to do that was with addiction. I've been to the emergency room for overdose and alcohol poisoning several times. Several times. And I remember one of the times I went in and I saw the emergency room and I collapsed and I started seizuring, and I woke up and I was in a wheelchair and there were people holding me down, and they said, if you had come in 5 minutes later, you would be dead. Your heart would stop. I tried to move away from my problems, but wherever you go, that's where you are. Due to all the damage and destruction that I caused my own body, my throat was burning all the time, my nasal cavities were shot, and so that's why I have the sound that I have today. It wasn't always like this, but it is permanently like this now.
So I hopped on the train 3 in the afternoon. Don't know when I'm coming back, but I hope that it's soon. Said I never thought that I'd have to leave your side. Your side is only physically, know that you will be on my mind 24 hours at a time.
For Yoza, losing her falsetto was a chance to rediscover herself and to find the unique voice she has today.
No matter where you go, I won't be very far. 'Cause in my head, I'll be right there where you are. Love is no distance, baby.
The songs that I wrote changed after I lost my voice. I stopped singing them or I had to rewrite them. It actually worked really well with R&B. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dun-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-dun-dun, right? So I'm like, say, thank you where you've been, but the kind of situation I'm in, tell me how can this be love? Now I'm wondering what it is. Right now, I'm at an incredible growing state in my life. And I never thought, in a million years, I would never think, never, I would never think that I would be at the place that I'm at right now. I get to do what I love to do. I'm a musician. I'm not one of those people that says, look what I've been through. Look what I've been through. I'm like, look what I've been through and don't do it. I know people can change. If I can change, anyone can change. Ooh, she's a professional. She's just a tomcat and wishes I could mouse right. I'm true. I'm completely me.
Spread the word. Take one.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread the word, the event for all things creative. Over 50 artists, musicians, poets, and 18 chefs. December 4th, the Hawaii Convention Center. For more information, go to realwordmagazine.com.
Police believe he stabbed 2 hikers on the Cocohead Trail just after 3 p.m.
When I saw the knife, it was too late.
Iwamoto's doctor says he suffered a broken skull and neck and a collapsed lung.
I was stabbed in the head about 6 times, in the throat 3 times. I thought to myself, I can't believe this is going to be the last thing I see on this earth. Looking into this man's eyes who has so much hatred towards me, and I don't know why. After he was done stabbing me, he decided to push me off the cliff.
These pictures show one of the victims hurt and bleeding at the bottom of a steep cliff.
I broke my neck, fractured my skull, both lungs collapsed, and I lost about 5 pints of blood. I was waiting for him to come and finish me off.
Nicholas hiked Cocohead that day as a way to test himself before enlisting in the Army National Guard. But now, he lay in a ravine, fighting for his life.
When I first woke up, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know that I had fallen 100 feet. When I first saw the rescue helicopter, I thought, oh, this is great. I might just make it. And then they passed me. I thought, oh no, it's probably a weather chopper. It's pretty hazy, and I know I was in shock, but I remember dangling from the rope, being held by the firefighter. When I got to the hospital and I saw my friends, I told them, hi, I won't be at work tomorrow, but I'll get a doctor's note, and I don't think they laughed. At that point, I stopped breathing.
After 9 surgeries, 33 days in the hospital, and a difficult recovery, Nicholas's dream of serving in the military was dashed. But he found an unexpected way to rehabilitate himself and to support the soldiers he had hoped to serve alongside.
My recovery started the moment I guess I got stabbed. I needed something to do. I was at my sister's house and I saw them knitting or trying to knit, and I thought, hey, why don't I try this out? I was able to tell my story through knitting. It was a way to say thank you to doctors, nurses, people that saved my life. And it was also good physical therapy for my severed tendons. I started knitting beanies for soldiers as well, since I can't serve in the military. I figured I should try to help. I've told my story, but I've never written it myself. Writing my own story has been a really important part of my recovery. If I could share one lesson that I've learned throughout this experience, it would be to think about what you have and think about how lucky we are to live where we live. As hard as it is for me and my family, we are really blessed, and I know that God spared me for a reason. Even though my plans have been derailed slightly, I'm not going to give up.
Mahalo for watching. For more inspiring stories, please pick up our next issue.
And check us out at realwordmagazine.com.
Aloha.
We can change and have compassion for what the world is going through. If we let the real word come to you, yeah, let the real word come to you in these real life situations. You wanna know the truth.